Hello, friends. Welcome to the fourth lesson of Alton Academy. In the last session, we talked about the world of Web3, decentralization, freedom, and new opportunities. But with great freedom comes great responsibility. Today, we will talk about how to protect yourself and your assets in the crypto space. A bit of history. 2014, the NDGOX exchange, one of the largest at that time. It seemed that the money was completely safe here, but everything changed in an instant. As a result of the hack, 850,000 bitcoins were stolen, and thousands of people lost their savings. Why? Because they entrusted their funds to a centralized platform and did not follow the basic security rules. Web3 gives us independence, but there is no support service that will return your money if something goes wrong. Safety is your personal responsibility, and today we will show you how to protect yourself from phishing attacks, scammers, and other threats. Let's go. Let's start from the very beginning. What are keys in the crypto world and why are they needed? Keys are the foundation of the security of your assets. They are not physical, like a house key, but digital, created using complex mathematical algorithms. Imagine a mailbox. Your public key is like the address of the mailbox. You can share it with everyone to receive letters and packages. The private key, however, is like the only key to the lock. Only with it can you open the mailbox and access its contents. Losing your private key means literally losing access to the mailbox forever. That's why the private key is your treasure that needs to be kept safe. Let's understand how these keys work. Everything is based on cryptography, the science that uses complex mathematical methods to protect your data. For example, your public key is created from the private key using a special algorithm. One of the most popular algorithms is called ACDSA. This algorithm works in such a way that your public key is calculated from your private key. Imagine that your private key is a number, and the public key is a point on a special line. These two keys are connected. But to obtain the private key, complex calculations must be performed, which cannot simply be reversed. Why is this safe? Even if someone knows your public key, they would need to try 2 to the power of 256 possibilities to compute your private key. That's an enormous number. About as many atoms as there are in the entire universe. Try to imagine how long it would take a supercomputer to go through all these possibilities. It's simply impossible to do even over millions of years. Thus, the private key remains secure. Only you, knowing your private key, can manage your funds. Even if someone gets your public key, they won't be able to do anything with it except send you money. That's why it's important not to share your private key with anyone. Now let's talk about where to store these keys. We already understand how important the private key is, so we need to take measures to protect it. If the keys are stored on your computer or in the cloud, they may be vulnerable to viruses, hackers, and other threats. When the keys are online, they can become targets for attackers. Even if your computer is password protected, viruses or hackers can find a way to steal the keys. The safest way to store keys is to use hardware wallets, such as Ledger or Trezor, which are known for their security. These are small devices that store your private key offline. And even if your computer is infected with viruses, hackers won't be able to steal your funds. When you want to make a transaction, you connect the hardware wallet to your computer or phone, and only with it can you confirm the transfer. This essentially means that your keys never depart from the device, and even if someone gains unauthorized access to your computer, they cannot control your funds. But it's worth considering that using hardware wallets is only suitable for storage, as you will have to pay a fee for each authorization of such a wallet on the network. So use hardware wallets only for safely storing large amounts. In the world of cryptocurrency, just like in real life, there are many threats that can lead to the loss of your funds. Today we will discuss the main ones and learn how to effectively avoid them. Phishing is an attempt to trick you into revealing your data or private keys. For example, A phishing site may look like the official website of an exchange or wallet, but in reality, it's a fake created to steal your funds. How can you recognize a phishing site? First, always check the URL. Make sure it's the correct address and that there are no typos. Pay attention to the presence of HTTPS at the beginning of the URL. This ensures that the site is encrypted. If the site does not use a secure connection, it's better not to take the risk. Another common threat is scam projects. This is when you are promised fantastic returns for minimal effort. For example, a project is advertised that promises to double your money in a day, but in reality, such offers are always scams. Remember a simple rule: if something just sounds too good to be true, it's probably a scam. Be cautious of projects that promise you incredible profits with no risks. Malware refers to viruses or programs that can infect your computer or smartphone and steal your data. To avoid such threats, always use up-to-date antivirus software and regularly update your operating system. Updates not only add new features, but also fix vulnerabilities, so don't neglect them. The sooner you install updates, the safer your computer will be. Social engineering is when scammers try to manipulate you through communication. For example, they might introduce themselves as employees of your exchange, and ask you to confirm personal information or keys. How can you protect yourself from social engineering? Always be on guard. If someone unfamiliar asks you to provide personal information or access to your assets, it's a reason to suspect fraud. Remember, legitimate companies never ask you to provide private keys or personal information over the phone. Another sneaky way to scam is by posting seed phrases in comments or videos. You might think, what luck. Now I can withdraw tokens from some careless user's wallet. To do this, you simply need to transfer a small amount to the wallet to cover the fee. But in reality, it's much more complicated. These coins aren't in a wallet, but on a smart contract controlled by scammers. And as soon as you immediately send money to cover the fee, your funds simply go to their digital wallet. Scammers take your fee and cover their tracks, and you get nothing in return. And the most important rule to remember is trust, but verify. In the world of cryptocurrencies, there is always a risk. So before taking any steps or sharing your data, always double-check the information and use additional security measures, like follow these simple tips, be cautious, and always take steps to protect your assets. In the crypto world, there are many decentralized applications and DeFi platforms that allow users to earn, invest, or exchange assets without intermediaries. But it's important to understand the risks you may encounter and how to protect your funds. When you interact with a DApp or DeFi project, it's important to make sure that the smart contract is secure. To do this, you can analyze its code or consult auditors who check for security. These auditors look for vulnerabilities and provide projects with their assessment of security. Popular services like Certik or QuantStamp conduct audits of smart contracts. This helps ensure that the project's code is safe and does not contain vulnerabilities. If a project has passed an audit and received a positive result, it reduces risks but does not eliminate them completely. In addition, Certik is our strategic partner. It is one of the leading global security services in the crypto space, specializing in auditing smart contracts, platforms, and blockchain projects. The partnership with Certik gives us access to proven and reliable solutions for user protection, as well as helps ensure a high level of security for our products and services. With Certik, we can confidently assure our users that our smart contracts undergo extensive and detailed checks for vulnerabilities and comprehensive reviews. Their team uses advanced technologies for analysis and protection, which provides additional confidence in the reliability of our products. Before connecting your wallet or making investments, it's always worth checking the project's reputation. Read user reviews, pay attention to social media activity, and see who is behind the project. Now let's talk about how to safely connect a DeFi wallet. When connecting, always check the permissions that the app requests. A DeFi app may request access to your wallet to view your balance or conduct transactions. It's important to understand that access to the wallet does not mean full control. If the DApp requests too many permissions, such as access to send transactions or change your balance, it's worth being cautious. Now let's look at the main risks in DeFi. One of them is liquidation. When you use borrowed funds in DeFi, if the value of your assets falls below a certain threshold, your position can be liquidated. This can lead to a loss of funds. Another risk is hacks of liquidity pools. A liquidity pool is a reserve of tokens that participants in the blockchain network contribute to a smart contract to enable instant cryptocurrency exchanges on decentralized platforms. Malicious actors can exploit vulnerabilities in smart contracts to steal funds from the pool. Therefore, it is very important for a project to have a security audit and transparent terms. Interacting with DApps and DeFi requires caution and attentiveness. But if you check smart contracts, monitor permissions, and understand the main risks, you can safely use these innovative platforms. Trust, but verify. No matter how much you care about the security of your funds, there's always a chance you could lose access to your wallet. For example, your phone might break, or the wallet could be accidentally deleted. It's important to understand how to properly back it up and how to store it in a safe place. The safest and most reliable way to save your seed phrase is to make a physical copy. These can be special metal plates, such as those that have your seed phrase engraved on them. Why metal, for example? Because such plates are resistant to fire, water, and other extreme conditions. Another way is to write the seed phrase on paper. However, this method is less reliable, as paper can be damaged or destroyed. Therefore, a metal plate or special metal for recording is the best option for durability. It is very important to remember that you should not store the seed phrase digitally, such as by taking a photo of it or saving it in cloud services. This exposes your data to potential hacks. Cybercriminals can hack cloud storage or gain access to your personal devices, such as phones. Storing the seed phrase in the cloud or even on a phone with a photo gallery is extremely unsafe. All this data can be compromised in the event of a hack. Imagine losing access to your wallet, for example, if your phone or computer breaks. But you have a physical copy of the seed phrase written on a metal plate. You take that plate, enter the seed phrase in your wallet, and voila, access is restored. All your assets are safe because your seed phrase was in a secure place. Unlike storing the seed phrase in the cloud or on a phone, this method ensures that your funds remain protected. It's a physical, internet-independent copy that is always at hand. Storage and backup are the most important parts of security in the crypto world. A properly made backup on a metal plate or another reliable material will assist you in avoiding losing funds in any unforeseen situations and secure your peace of mind. Remember, the security of your assets starts with you. In addition to technical security, there is also a social aspect to consider. In today's world, cryptocurrencies are closely tied to the internet, and you often see people on social media bragging about their large savings. However, such actions can lead to unpleasant consequences. You should definitely never brag about how much money you have in your wallet, especially in public posts. By sharing such information, you risk becoming a target for scammers. They may start tracking you and looking for ways to take your funds. Criminal elements can analyze your posts, find vulnerabilities in them, and use them for attacks. Even if you don't disclose full details about your assets, such messages create unnecessary risk. To protect your main assets, create a second anonymous wallet, such as one that will be used for public transactions. This wallet can be used to receive small amounts or to pay for goods and services, such as groceries or online subscriptions. It won't be linked to your main funds. This approach helps maintain privacy and protect your real assets from potential attacks. Your large amounts always remain secure and protected in another wallet, to which only you have access. One of the most important steps to protect your accounts is two-factor authentication. It adds an extra layer of security to your login and password. There are two main methods: via SMS and using authenticator apps. In the SMS method, the code is sent to your phone, and you need to enter it when logging into your account. However, this is not the safest method because SMS can be intercepted through SIM spoofing. This is essentially when scammers trick the mobile operator and redirect your messages to another number. It's better to use special authentication apps, for example, such as Google Authenticator or AZ. They generate one-time codes right on your device and are much harder to hack. These codes are only valid for a few seconds, making them impossible to intercept over the internet. Social aspects of security also play an important role in protecting your assets. You shouldn't brag about your cryptocurrency holdings on social media. Create separate wallets for public transactions and always use two-factor authentication. These simple steps will help you maintain security in the crypto space. The crypto space is an amazing freedom. Freedom from traditional financial systems, the ability to control your funds, and participate in innovative projects. But this freedom requires discipline and responsibility. Remember, your security is in your own hands. The protection of your assets depends on how meticulously and carefully you approach security issues and safety. So, to keep your assets safe, here are 3 key tips to help you avoid problems in the crypto space. Don't trust everyone who promises instant profit or too good to be true conditions. Always check what important project is in front of you. Keep your keys safe. Don't forget the importance of storing private keys. Use hardware wallets and always keep them in a safe place. Research projects before investing. Don't rush to invest in any project. Take the time to investigate its reputation and team. Now that you know how to protect your assets, apply at least one of these tips today. Security isn't rocket science. It's just a habit. The sooner you start, the safer your crypto assets will be. Take the tests with the Alton app. Share this video with your friends and ask questions in the comments. See you in the next lesson where you'll definitely learn more about wallets and transactions. See you soon.